Hello and welcome back to Spyro 3 Part 30. In this episode we will be opening with Bentley in the Crystal Terrace, whatever the hell this level is called. I don't care.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Oh, yes.
So you saw when we were at the Atlas screen, one of the eggs was called Whack-A-Mole, right?
It was?
Yes, one of the eggs was called Whack-A-Mole. This is the Whack-A-Mole game. I dislike this game, but only because I have a tendency of failing at it. Also, there is a bunch of treasure here.
Nice. All clustered around the same locations, too. So we have to find the amazing Randini.
Yes.
Bash the moles?
We are a Yeti. We do not do light taps on the head. We, crush skulls in.
We strike most prodigiously, forcefully, and with gargantuan power and amplitude. Smack.
Well, there isn't really a lot of amplitude, given the fact that there's not really a large amount of steroid that goes into Bentley.
Oh, I take it you're not supposed to hit Randini when he comes out.
Those aren't that's not Randini himself. Those are his assistants. But yeah, don't hit the gnomes, but hit the moles.
Oh, they're gnomes. Okay. I know I should have realized this because they've mentioned gnomes a couple times. So the sleepy cloud chronicles continue. I have to say, I love how happy Bentley looks at all times while he's clubbing people.
They're like baby seals with, with slightly less cute features.
Look, one of my friends dug up this whilst chasing the moles.
Hank. I think more video games should have an I lose flamethrower button.
Well, I mean, does it incinerate the in-game character, or does it incinerate the player?
No, the in-game character.
Nice.
Would you like to have an I lose flamethrower button?
I would probably use it quite often, actually. It allows me to displace my anger. When I lose, it's the character's fault. Not me.
Sure, because it was totally the character that was too left of the boss in order to dodge that attack.
I will use whatever situation I can to explain how I am awesome. It's only screwed over by circumstance.
Alright, so from here, we'll spend quite a bit of time wandering around this level because, unfortunately for us, the rest of the treasure and both of the eggs are in the overworld here. But you may have noticed, if you were, a bit sharper on the eyes than I am, that there was a egg thief in a plane. We have to go chase him down. But how do we do that? Spyro can't fly, right?
He can glide.
Yes, he can glide, but gliding and flight are two drastically different powers.
We have to glide from a really high place.
No.
Do we need...
You should also notice that this level construction is very much circular.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
I mean, a lot of the worlds in Spyro games tend to be circular, but this one more so than even others I could.
Yeah, because there's no center. You're going around in a ring of floating rocks and I guess the magic abyss.
The magic abyss of magic.
The magic abyss
of magic.
Of magic. It is quite magical.
It's where you throw all of your money into when Wizards of the Coast asks you for a donation.
Donations.
Here is the Superfly power-up. You'll note that we fly about at the same speed that we glide, maybe slightly faster. And this is us attempting to chase down this egg thief. You are on a timer here, as indicated by the timer bar on the right. And oh look, speed boosters.
Yay, we need to catch up. We need more speed. More
Like
speed.
So. But I need to refresh my timer, and I missed it.
Okay. And
Missed it
so
again.
is the egg thief on a fixed route?
The egg thief is on a somewhat fixed route.
So,
Like, if you get in front of the egg thief, he'll turn around.
oh yeah, I was gonna say, because yeah, if he kept on his route, all you would have to do is just go in the opposite direction in order to intercept him.
However, the Superfly power-up is here for another reason, to gather the rest of the treasure. The lock chest key, as well as a bunch of other small pieces of treasure, are tied directly to the Superfly power-up, which is why the rest of this level is the Superfly power-up.
Yay!
No, not yay. This is honestly very uninteresting. Because we're literally just flying around in circles. So I jump
That's
cut.
the jump cut.
Get back here so I can fire burst you.
Ah,
Thank
got
you.
you. Oh, you only had to hit him once. Thank God.
Yeah, you only have to hit him once.
Carmageddon. He drives around killing zombies in his Eagle 2. Is actually a pretty compelling story.
For the record, that is in reference to the video game Carmageddon, where Max actually drives around in his Eagle 2 killing pedestrians and smashing his car into other racers.
But not zombies.
Well, in the European version, it's
Oh,
zombies.
thank God. I don't know. Do you find it interesting when video games let you like do things that would probably be either like illegal or probably harmful to society in your video games?
Yes, actually. I think that, having games like Hostel, Grand Theft Auto, Postal, Grand Theft Auto, Manslaughter, Bully, all these different types of games that Rockstar is known for making is a good thing, especially when they're well crafted.
Oh yeah, the game can be well crafted, but the activities that you have to do are deplorable and condemnable by broader society.
Like committing war crimes in Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's true. You could just straight like turn to your well, I remember in Call of Duty 2 anyway, you could literally just turn to the left and shoot your teammates, and then the game just conveniently spawns more replacements.
See? There are no consequences for war crimes in war. Makes you wonder why we even have things called war crimes. Huh.
Well, it's because in real life, I mean, eventually those respawning soldiers are going to stop, and then you have less teammates to help you in the fight. So when you get a game over, you're going to feel like you betrayed yourself.
That's not why war crimes are a thing in real life. Come on.
Biological warfare, mustard gas, depleted uranium shells. Depleted uranium shells is actually, that's something I agree should absolutely stay banned. Because, I mean, it's not enough that you decimate your enemy, you also prevent them from reproducing.
Alright, so there is the lockbox that we just picked up the key for. This should be the rest of the treasure, right, Cloud?
Well, one would like to think. Are we missing only one gem?
No, we are missing 10 gems.
Yay.
Would you like to know the 10 gems that we are missing?
I'm sure we will find out soon.
Yes, we will. We are missing 1 topaz.
Just the one freaking gem.
Yep.
Wherever could it be in this entire gigantic level?
Up there.
Ha
Yay!
700.
We are finally out of the crystal caverns or whatever they're
Let's
called.
get the fudge out of here.
And next, I think we go into one of my actually more favorite levels that has a gimmicky side mission that I actually dislike. I think. Do we go into the cursed tomb here? I think we do. I'm not sure. Yep, haunted tomb. All right. I like this level. I like this level a lot. I do not like one of the side missions in this level, but everything else about this level is pretty awesome. It's also very confusing. Hi, Dan.
Dan.
Another daredevil adventurer has come to rob our catacombs of loot.
Let's just hope you're made of tougher stuff than the last guy. If you can survive the trials of our catacombs and answer my riddle, we will give you a prize befitting your efforts. Here is my riddle. I am a vessel without hinges, lock or lid. Yet within my walls a golden treasure is hid. What am I?
Wait, I feel like I've heard.
You know this, Riddle Cloud. You read The Hobbit recently. Oh, come on.
Is it okay? It was I am a container without hinges, key or lid, but many golden treasure inside is hid. Is it? It's not a person's head, is it?
No,
not
it's
not a person's
head.
head. Okay, so it's not the treasure of knowledge. I don't remember any of the riddles. That was like page 50. I'm on page 230.
Aw. But the riddle scene in the 70s movie was just so awesome. It had its own music piece.
The riddle scene was awesome. What was that? I was flying by the seat of my pants, which is not the correct euphemism. It still stands that scene was very interesting. Especially considering that Gollum is fucking insane.
Hey, Gollum being insane is, you know, a driving point for the entire series.
What is the answer to the riddle?
Well, then I guess we'll just have to wait until we solve it later on this part. I can't believe you've forgotten this one. It's the first one that Bilbo throws at Gollum.
There are several mitigating factors. Is it a pocket?
No,
it's not a pocket. Okay. Because I do remember that one of the riddles was a Freudian slip on Bilbo's part, but Gollum was not clever enough to pick up on the clue. Oh. It's like I'm having the worst tip of the tongue moment. Thank you, Gerdhead.
That's what Gerdets are here for. To absolutely destroy you with common knowledge riddles.
It's more fun that way. It would have to. Okay, so the riddle is something that you would be able to find in the game. The answer to the riddle is something you could find in the game.
No.
Oh.
We are given a multiple choice question at the end of the level in order to solve it. Come on, Clyde, you know this.
I'm trying. There are mitigating factors that are making this more difficult.
It's alright, we can talk about things that aren't Lord of the Rings. So, we just sat down and rewatched Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, the third Mummy movie. And honestly, it's a decent movie, but I feel like the romance subplot is kind of forced.
As it usually is, because normally all the romance plot does is, you know, set up the happy ending at the end of the movie. Where everybody gets married. That mummy, I loved how when you destroyed it, like its head was just kind of like, ugh.
Well, it's not a mummy. It's a rock golem.
So it's got the sincerest dirt face after you blow it to pieces. Does the third Mummy movie have Brendan Fraser in it?
I don't know who Brendan Fraser is, so possibly. Was he the action star of the other two?
Yeah,
movies?
he was in the first.
Then
he was in the first Mummy movie. He is the only. He's like the only American among nothing but British archaeologists.
This room I dislike. I do not dislike this room greatly, but I dislike this room somewhat.
Is the answer to the riddle egg? Yes, I knew. I knew the answer to that riddle.
Again, it's the first riddle that Bilbo throws at Gollum.
Because the yolk is the golden treasure inside. I love it. I'm just glad I solved it before the answer got revealed.
You know, just like a good mystery novel.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, the whole use of riddles as a plot device. I guess the reader's experience really depends on how much the reader actually knows riddles. I mean, riddles are lost in the modern world, so I had no clue what the hell they were talking about in the book, and they were just trading answers back and forth like they were obvious. No. This was written like 200 years ago when riddles actually mattered.
It wasn't 200 years ago. It was 50.
Was it 50? Ah,